Hi there, welcome back to SurvivorGeek.com, teaching you a better way to stay prepared. I'm Doug, and today we're going to be talking about the Blizzard Bag. This is a new item that we've just started carrying in our store. I've tried it out several times. I've been very impressed with it. And I just want to give you some ups and downs about it and then talk about the best situations to use it in. So first, the advantages. Right off the bat, it's a very easy carry. It's very lightweight, 385 grams approximately. I'll have to check to see what that is in ounces. And as you can see, it's very compact. It's vacuum sealed, nice and tight there. So it's a pretty easy carry. You know, it's only about the size of a VHS tape, or for those of you who are under 20, it's about the size of a couple hard drives. For those of you under 10, a brick, I guess, you know, or whatever they're going to be using when you're older. But the point is, it's very small, it's very light, it's very easy to carry in your backpack. And so, nice portability there. And as you can see here, when you pull it out, even though I've tried to compress it back down, I mean, it's quite a bit bigger there. But it's still, you know, compact enough you can squeeze it back in your bag. I have heard also that Blizzard will repack this down small and vacuum seal it for you. I haven't had the opportunity to test that yet, but that is a claim there. Now, as far as keeping people warm, though, that's really what we have this for. So first and foremost, the thing I like about this is that it's an actual bag. It's not just some loose blanket. You know, it's sealed at the bottom. So you crawl in, that limits the airflow that's going to be coming through to cool you off through convection. You know, and it's got this drawstring at the top so you can just cinch it right around your face. Once again, limiting convection and also helping create a vapor barrier. Now you can see it's got some reflective material in there. This is basically a Mylar space blanket with a little bit of an added twist. Got a sample here that shows the inside. Basically what they've done is they've taken the Mylar space material here and they've matched it with this diamond pattern plastic lattice in here so that you're creating a bunch of air spaces that limits the air from moving around, that limits the convection that's going to rob your body of heat. Also, because it provides a little bit of a space between you and the reflective material, you're not going to conduct as much through the metallicized section of the bag. And these little strings here keep it tight around you because you want it tight, but not too tight. You know, you want the reflective material close enough to your body to actually be benefiting you, because the closer the reflective material is to your skin, the more it's going to reflect until it touches your skin, and then you're going to start to conduct it away. The heat away, I mean. And so a very, very impressive design there. But so you've got here a lot of things that limit heat loss through convection. You've got the reflective material to limit your heat loss through radiation. And then, like I said, you can seal yourself in here, tighten that up right around your face, and then it acts as a vapor barrier. Because the more moisture that you produce in this bag, your skin gives off a certain amount of moisture. And once it reaches a certain humidity level inside the bag, your body says, hey, we can stop perspiring now. You know, we don't, it's too moist and whatnot. And this is good because when you perspire, the act of perspiring actually gives off heat, which is then either conducted away, convected away, or things like that. You know, I mean, you lose, or evaporates away. You're losing body heat that way. So this, you are going to be a little moist in the morning. We'll talk about that later. But this is keeping your vapor from your body from evaporating, which is another thing that helps keep you warm. So this is rated down to -40. Let's see, what would that be in Celsius? I'm just kidding. It's rated down to -40 by the company that makes this, Persis Medical. I haven't personally taken it down that low, but I have taken it down to freezing and a little bit below, and it performed admirably. So I can definitely say with confidence that I would trust this in a survival situation. Now, a couple of disadvantages that you need to keep in mind with this bag, not enough to invalidate it certainly, but things that you just need to be aware of. First of all, like we mentioned, this is going to create a bit of a vapor barrier, so that you are going to have some condensation built up inside of it. Now, if you're already wet and you crawl inside that, then that's not that big of a deal because, you know, you're already wet. But if you're climbing in and you're dry originally, you need to be aware that when you get out, you will be moist, there will be condensation inside this, and so when you climb out of the bag first thing in the morning, if it's cold, you need to be able to be ready to get up and get moving and get your body temperature up as just that fast, or be able to start a fire really quickly so that you don't chill yourself right coming out of the bag, okay? The second disadvantage is, like other space blanket material, it is very crinkly, very noisy. So as a sleeping bag replacement, you know, if you're a light sleeper, it might not be an ideal solution for that kind of replacement. However, I did sleep in this for a week at a training encampment, and I was so tired at the end of the day that it didn't keep me awake hardly at all. So it just depends on what kind of sleeper you are. Again, with the type of material that it's made out of, this does feel more durable to me than your typical Mylar space blanket, certainly. However, it still can get punctured and ripped, and so you do want to take a little bit of extra care with it when you're using it to not be popping holes in it, because you don't want to be losing the advantage that you're gaining from having a completely sealed bag. And lastly, you are still going to conduct heat through this. No matter how hard you try, no matter how great the system is here, you know, the diamond pattern is, there's still going to be some heat loss through conduction. So if you are using this and you don't have a pad, which in these situations I'd imagine you probably wouldn't, then you need to make yourself a pad and find yourself a nice place to lay down. So this spot right here, I believe, would be a pretty good spot to settle down to keep yourself the warmest here, because you can see there's not near as much snow here as there is other places here. So you're a little bit more protected from the elements. You're not at the bottom of this gully, so you're not going to be having any water or whatnot flowing down. You're not at the ridge either, so you're going to be avoiding the wind. So what I would do is take a nice sheltered spot like this. It's relatively flat, you know. Cut some green branches, lay down a mattress about 4 to 6 inches thick, thicker the better, to keep your heat from escaping into the ground, and then crawl into your bag here and lay on top and seal yourself up for the night. And oh, make sure that when you're putting your sticks down, don't have any sticking up there that are going to puncture your bag. Once again, it is, you know, it's not bulletproof, so you want to be careful with it. Now the situations, you know, that we're talking about where you'd want to use this bag, really the kind of weather we're having right now is actually exactly when you want to have something like this with you. Here it's mid-February in Montana. The daytime temperatures are in mid-40s, so it's getting quite warm. You can probably see me getting dripped on here from the trees above. So you are going to be wet if you're tromping around in the woods at this time of year. And a lot more people are getting out because the temperatures are warming up. It's like, hey, winter's kind of starting to get over. It's almost springtime. Let's get out of our, you know, cabin fever mode and get out and do something, you know? And then they get lost, but the nighttime temperatures are dropping down to freezing or below every single night. So it's very deceptive. It seems like it's really good weather, but then nighttime, you know, if you're out and you've been working hard and you're wet, the temperatures drop and you get chilled very quick, and it can be a recipe for disaster. So that's definitely when you want to be carrying this around, when you're going to be wet anyway, and you just need to stay warm because it's going to get cold very, very quickly. So anyway, I mean, it's useful in many other situations too. You know, I would carry this in my pack whenever or whatever I'm doing, because I feel it's a very, very effective bag, but more so in the winter time when it gets very cold at night and when you could be wet. So anyway, there's our review here of the Blizzard bag from Persis Medical, now available on our website, survivorgeek.com. Thanks for joining me. Again, my name is Doug, and I'm happy to have had you with me. Have a great day.